You deplete so much spiritual energy when you speak. You that have read the book of Isaiah chapter 53, you will see what the prophet said about Jesus. As a lamb before her shearers is dumb, so he opened not his mouth. If you want to generate some of the highest possible spiritual energies at your disposal, you will need to take an oath of silence, where you will not speak to any mortal being for 3 days, for 7 days. Everything will fight it. Try it. Make up your mind in the night that from tomorrow, if you are married, talk to your husband. I want to try 24 hours without talking. That's how they took over Jericho. Jericho was designed like a cuboid. The engineers that put it together were not hoping that there will be any human ability to breach those walls. When Joshua went to inspect the impregnable fortress, all his military tactics as a general came to naught at the sight of that wall. And God wanted to teach him some spiritual secrets. It means he had to go deeper. Please let me tell your neighbor, we've been on the surface for making noise for too long. It's time. Wise men have taken their journey. They are going deeper. I remember we were praying for a certain election somewhere, and there was a note of victory on the heart of all the intercessors, until one lady now fell into a trance. She now saw the person that we were praying against, that he should not win this election. The person went into a forest. That's in the trance. She was prophesying. Went into the forest with a baby. They did human sacrifice. And the way the election turned, the person went deeper. On their own control room too, they could see the figures that the energy they have released is not sufficient to purchase favor. I traveled with one of the children of a certain politician who were airborne on Arome. Very proud young lady. It was not so long. They say she died out of brief illness. So when I was with her on the plane, she had died. They had used her to trade, to get favor. You will call her living, but she's already standing among the dead with her pride. It is power that regulates the affairs of this side of heaven. It's power. And men that are not willing to, we are our, oh God, help our generation, Lord. We talk. You have gotten used to living with affliction because you can't go deeper. You have gotten used to arguments because you can't go deeper. You have gotten used to accepting things that are afflictions that were meted out to you. Our life is a life of accepting that which is not our destiny. Because in the midst of perilous times, in public places, just like it was seen in Egypt when Jannes and Jambres withstood Moses. So you need to go deeper. When you go deeper the way I'm talking about, you will change your trousers, because the waistline will be compromised. An oath of silence. Can you keep quiet for 24 hours? You must talk. That's why you are like this. Warlocks, sometimes they put leaf in their mouth just to minister to their mind that I'm not supposed to talk. I'm talking on Monday, talking on Tuesday, talking on Wednesday, you shout on Friday in the night. You shout. Anyway, deep people have kept they're already silent. There are sometimes even Christian music, I don't want to hear it. Shut down. Because there are times in heaven when there's silence, when nobody's talking. I'm afraid. I saw a young man, he says he's a prophet. He's prophesied every month. We made God a talkative. Let me tell your neighbor, it's time to keep quiet. One of our pastors had some wizards that were relatives, and he was always complaining about them. Then I did a teaching, the full teaching of what I'm exhorting you about, the full teaching. I did it. After doing it, he took courage, and he left food, and also he did not speak for 3 days. Then he opened his mouth and began to curse. The next person that came there to offer sacrifice to the spirit killed that person, because he had reprogrammed that. Oh, you don't know, even demons can be sent on an errand. The spirit killed the priest. He fell off there. The demons that were going to be used to strike him, when he did what he did, the demons were against the priest that used to give him offering. He fell. You don't know the kind of power that you can harness if you can keep quiet. Can you stay for 8 hours just speaking in tongues, and you don't respond to any human being? If they speak to you, you say. Do you still remember when Elisha was sending Gehazi to go and raise the dead? One of the instructions he gave him is, oh, you're not with me. He said, when you see anybody on the road and they greet you, don't answer. Those are spiritual men giving prescriptions on how to hold some spiritual things. You fast, and then come out, then you insult the evening. See your head. The whole I see la moka bediketa. Kuriasiko menta oramale. It's time for us to showcase power. Nothing happens except power is on display.